Hey, look, we're back. Where we last left off, I was doing the main story, or the new main story. Turns out the Reaper that was bound to Xenos for some reason is this chick that people are probably already simping over. Still can't get into Stardew Valley, so guess I'll continue the main story. Where everything begins. So I doubt you come to the dungeons by pure chance. What is it you're after? We were looking for a void sent whom we could reverse, in the course of which we learned of you. We are visitors to the world. I know little and less of its workings and ways. We should be grateful you could tell us about it, about yourself. So it's information you seek. And what do you offer for it? How about friendship? I beg your pardon? Void sent do not give unless we stand to gain. You desire something, you pay the price. That is the sole rule of this world you call the void. That makes sense. Pray forgive our ignorance. But what would you be acceptable as payment? I suspect such coin as we carry has no value here. Void sent crave one thing alone, Aether. In return for your I offer you mine, just not all of it, mind you. I still need of my life. Very well. I will tell you no more than you can afford to pay. Then we have a bargain. And we talk about the void, let us do so outside. Come with me. This seems like a potentially bad idea. Well, I mean, I would say it's a bad idea, but we literally can use one ourselves, so maybe I can't fucking talk. You know, trusting a void sent seems like a bad idea. Yeah. As I just kind of side-eye, looking at my own void sent right next to me. Anyway. How you feeling, Stola? You need worry with me. My life force is a small price to pay for knowledge. I will recover it quickly enough once we return home.
This is where I belong. My home. This endless darkness you call the void. There was once light here, and it shone its warmth upon creation. The lands were green and the seas were blue. Life flourished. Before the war, the Contra Memoria.
It must have been a terrible war indeed.
It shattered the balance, causing darkness to engulf the world. All life was transformed into monstrosities, void sent. We are the natural order now.
As light begat sin eaters, darkness begat void sent.
The sun was driven from the sky as fleeting day yielded to endless night. In time, even land and sea lost their distinction. And though the spark of reason had died in us, driven by memory's shadow, we formed factions and carved out domains. This castle, for instance, its erstwhile lord must have abided in such a place once upon a time.
If I may, the darkness in you is too much for any man to harbor. To my eyes, you are indeed a void sent. Yet your knowledge of the past and your demeanor mark you apart from your brethren. You are different. That much is plain. But in what way, I am unsure.
As you say, I am void sent, but only in part. The darkness touched my mother when the war had only just begun, when I was still in the womb. As a child, I looked like any other, but darkness coursed through me, and I ceased to age when I'd become a woman grown. But that was then. And now, I may as well be one in full.
Oh, so it's like a Valtteri situation.
I lived to survive. Nothing more.
Yeah, so you're just like Valtteri.
Forgive me. 'Twas not my intent to pry. I realize, too, that I've neglected to ask your name.
We've seen that what happens when, like, the beings are
As you
blessed.
say, mortal, you may call me Void Sent.
When beings are blessed that early, they
That is
adapt
liable
to it
cause
differently.
confusion. If you are not averse, we would address you by your true name.
And call me what you will. I care not.
Can did you have a name? I mean, I'm good. We just call you V.
How about Zero?
You're not wearing enough red to be Zero.
No.
Ha!
A name as fitting as any.
All right, Sub-Zero.
No, not nothing, but rather a beginning. For it remains to be seen what you will become to us.
As I said, I care not. Zero, then.
All right, Sub. I think it's a nice name. But that's because I'm also a Mega Man nerd, so I think Zero, oh, you're right, the coolest character in that franchise.
Its meaning has no bearing on my nature.
Well, Zero, while there is no end to the questions we could ask, it is only fair that we tell you our purpose in coming here. We are searching for a dragon. One who came to your world long ago.
A dragon?
Yes. Ajdaya is her name, and she is my sister. If you have any knowledge of her, I beg you share it with us.
It always feels like somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy.
Did you say something? No.
I thought I heard a voice as well. The keening of Void Scent, perhaps.
I must say, we're rather exposed here. Perhaps we can do conversation within the castle. Probably for the best. The throne room is defensible, given its few points of ingress. Let us head back there. Looting wasn't part of the bargain. I comply, but I expect my payment promptly. You shall have it as soon as we've arrived. Yeah, just make sure not to suck her dry, please. Kinda still need her. Why am I walking? Bad. Anyway. I guess I can do some PvP, since I still can't do, what's it called? I still can't do, Stardew Valley. So might as well push PvP, get those minions, and get those mounts. So you guys haven't changed dialogue? How's everyone's day going, by the way? I'm still working on my next major video. I'm just being real lazy about it, because my new job is just so much more time-consuming than my last one. I enjoy it a lot more, but it's just so much more time-consuming. All things go well. I think I just have... Oh. Why are we about to fight? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's about Azdasha. All appears unchanged here. I feel eyes upon us. Stay alert. Agreed. Why are we about to fight? I need to time. Okay. Progress will be saved at certain points. We can try again the most recent of those. Please note that if you enter about sales quest, progress will be lost. Alright. I guess that explains why we have castles and shit, though, as well.
This is as good as any. Let me have the ether now.
Very well.
Wouldn't it make more sense to let... Oh, there. That's why we're fighting. Didn't I kill it? What are you doing here again?
I should miss my mark.
That fiend again? But we struck it down. Watched it die.
Fools. Death doesn't exist in this world. And I am free to return whensoever I please.
Death doesn't exist. Of course, in the first, the power of light, of passivity, prevents life from emerging in the empty. But in the 13th, the power of darkness, of activity, prevents life from finding rest, even should soul be separated from flesh.
Dark? I didn't even do that on purpose.
Essence is absorbed by another. It is possible to return again and again.
Your ether. It is reminiscent of that creature's
Oh, so you know where his sister is. Okay, I guess it's time for torture.
letters at the memory.
What?
Don't mean to antagonize you.
I must devour you too. Yes, I must. Drifting souls, by my power be reborn!
So we're literally going to use Zero here as a... If you played Fallout New Vegas and done the Sierra Madre Dead Money expansion, you couldn't kill ghost people unless Dog/God was there, specifically the dog side of that Nightkin, because he ate the ghost people and didn't let them just rise back up.
I say we give it to them.
If you could lend us a hand, we'd be much obliged.
That you would. But you already owe me a debt, and until you make good on it, I won't lift a finger. We'll speak after you've won. But know that if you lose, I'll help myself to your ether.
At least she's honest. Kind of a bitch, but at least she's honest.
That a bothersome duty should deliver to me this
I mean, she doesn't... Yeah, she's... At the end of the day, she's still a void scent. What really makes sense for her to be nice to me?
Come, struggle with all your might. It will make you that much richer and tastier.
God, do I love this fucking theme song. One of my favorite boss themes in the Final Fantasy series. Alright, who started the combat? Oh, I just started? Fine.
Every soul in this domain serves me. Feast upon their flesh.
The castle answers his call. We do well to break up this feast quickly.
Shit. Ah.
Then let's see these guests on their way.
No, too far away. Too far away. That was greedy of me. shits. God, your guys' deaths are hurting my rotation. Fuck you. Hello. Might not turn. Oh my god. Stop dying so quickly, you assholes.
This moment's ill. Our foe has too great an advantage.
We need to drag him out of this damnable beast.
I'm okay, honestly. Like, I can very much keep going, personally.
Stand together.
No, my final 2 casts.
A retreat may be in order.
That is gonna let us. Oh, never mind. Wait, so you mean you can switch between white and black magic just like that? That's cheating.
When will you learn? No matter what you do, you cannot hope to win.
You never know until you try, and I'm always happy to experiment.
Fitting.
Zero. Is there no way to stop them from coming back?
There is, but I have no reason to share it with you.
You know, Zero, you do owe us for one thing.
We did get you out of jail.
Your name. You'll have your promised ether, but we are owed compensation for your name.
Really? Really?
A name for which I did not ask.
Doesn't matter. We gave it to you. You have to help us.
But that I nevertheless did accept.
Baited. Baited and outsmarted. Hello. Well, aren't you cool?
They've been crystallized.
Well now, that's quite the trick.
Not impressed. I can do that too. Just not at that power yet.
Satisfied?
Completely.
Come, my friends. With Zero's aid, we can defeat him.
What is this? What have you done?
Now that I think on it, You owe me a debt as well. You may have missed your mark, but I won't miss mine.
You cost me dinner. Now you must die. You gonna pay what you owe.
She can turn void sense into crystal.
What is this road? You assemble before my true strength.
Attend to the minions first. Keep going. That's far enough.
Joe's gonna be eating good tonight. I just want to check and see if he had the buff as well. Zero won't move. Got it. Zero just channeling their inner dark mage right now, or black mage right now. Wrong target.
Another debt to be paid.
I must deal with you first. I'll kill you all myself.
You're free to try. You'll fail.
Finally getting serious, so. Very well. Let us return to base.
Everyone get in here. Oh, I don't think I got a sting in it because he backflipped away.
This place will be your grave.
You're free to believe that. You're wrong, but you're free to believe it. I won't stop you from believing it.
This is magic. We must stop it now.
Nice. Bitch.
Fools! Do not think you have defeated me. I will return again and again. What? My flesh? Why won't it heal? What is the meaning of this?
What a weird camera angle. Did you not see her?
Ethine crystal. Memoria. But how? How can you have this power?
Who are you?
Death has no place in this world. We are beyond it. And yet, Lord Golbez, you have sent me to my doom. Curse you and your wretched flattery, and this abominable thing.
Down, bitch. Hello. I didn't see that fourth fiend. Rubicant, Barabusa, Kraken, and Scarlamong. And there's Golbez, who looks exceedingly like X-Death.
You are welcome, seekers of might. I, Golbez, have called you for hither. I, who would see us triumph in the coming crusade. That I may entrust you with command of our armies.
Yes, but what of the promised gift? In exchange for our loyalty, we are to feast on the finest ether.
And so you shall, for if you are to serve me, you must be strong.
Well, that man's armor got abs in it, though.
Then honor the pact and pray we are not disappointed.
So before we continue, well, I'm gonna wait until I get like a view of all four of them again. Oh, oh.
The fiery winds, the savage horns,
Oh.
life, such violent ether.
Oh, okay. Notice how this thing like dignified.
Magnificent creature could only come from beyond the veil.
So, the four fiends that Golbez serves are the four character fiends from Final Fantasy IV. Let's see. So, let me get their names properly, by the way. They are Scar Migloni. Oh, it's not, his name's not Kraken. No, it was Kraken in FF1. In FF4, it's Scarlamongi, Cagnazo, Barbarcia, and only one I'm going to say right, Rubicant. Yeah, those names, Masa. Scarlamongi is like shifty and like he's the weakest of the four. and he literally tries to attack people at their weakest when they're the easiest, most powerless versions to kill them. The reason that he sends Scarlamonkey in FF4 because in FF4 he's undead. Cecil at that time was still a Dark Knight, so Cecil couldn't kill him yet. So yeah. Cagnazo was the person, is the trickster of the group. And he's like the most cunning of the group. In FF4... Yeah, FF4 is good. I really like 4. 6 is still my favorite, but I also like 4. In FF4, Cagnazo, the water one, is like the trickster of the group, and he uses his means to like play behind the scenes. In FF4, it starts off with you, Cecil, a Dark Knight under the King of Baron, and your best friend ally, Kane Highwind, were sent to a village by your king to get them a present. Turns out that present was actually a bomb, and it blew up and killed all the residents of there. You come to find out that the king was actually murdered a long time ago, prior to the events of the story, and replaced by Cagnazo to start disrupting the world and make it easier for Golbez to take over the world. Next, we have Barbarcia, the female of the group, and for whatever reason, it's almost kind of like implied that she's like lesbian, because she spends the entire game kidnapping the female characters. Sorry. Like, she kidnaps Rosa, the white mage of the group. She kidnaps Rydia, the summoner of the group. And it's not... And out of, like, all of the characters, she's probably the one that has, like, the least amount of, like, depth, per se. Because all we see her do is just kidnap the females of the group. And that's basically it. Oh, apparently she's a playable character in Record Keeper. Huh. And then you have Rubicant, that dignified demon that you see there. Out of all the characters, he's the most, he's refined. He basically has, like, this samurai mindset. Where it's like, he doesn't like underhanded tactics. He doesn't like unfair fights. If he wants to fight and win, he wants to fight you at your best. Case in point, one of the characters in the game that you get in Final Fantasy IV is named Edge, who's a ninja. Yes, I know, the joke writes itself. Funnily enough, he's like the exact opposite of edgy. He's like quite literally the most... He's like... he's basically like Sanji, effectively, from One Piece, but as a ninja. But his big deal, and what goes on with him... But the big deal that goes on with him is that he's just very, very honorable. Edge actually fights him a couple of times, loses, because he's just that much more powerful. But it turns out that Edge's parents were kidnapped by this crazy scientist named Dr. Lugay, who literally takes Edge's parents and transforms them into monsters, the Frankenstein monsters. Rubicant, after you beat Lugay, comes and, like, kills him, because it's like, yo, fuck you being evil as shit. He then fights you, and it goes like, this isn't a fair fight. I don't want to fight you when you're not 100%. And then we'll heal you to full before fighting you. He is the strongest of the 4. But yeah, those are the 4 fiends.
Indeed. Feast, my friends. Feast and arise as my 4 arch-fiends.
You ate his sister? Oh, he's not gonna like this.
As they are now, they can consume but a fraction of the dragon's ether. Just as well, the creature may yet serve other ends.
Uh-oh. Okay, so there's a chance she's still alive then. That's good. Should I tell the brother, though? I should probably tell. She's probably still alive.
The Void Sense essence remains, but it has been sealed away, transformed into crystal.
Hey Zero, are you hungry?
Memoria. Scarmilione called them. I take it they are connected to the war of which you spoke.
Aye. Their use was central to the Contra Memoria, hence its name. And to my knowledge, the transformation is permanent.
I see. We thank you for coming to our aid.
I repaid a debt, and in doing so ensured that I received my own due compensation, which I shall have now.
Later, Masa.
Yes, yes. I still have work to do, so I would thank you not to get carried away.
Ether is the coin of choice. I appreciate the simplicity.
Uh-oh. Oh, wait. Uh-oh. Estidian, you're not allowed to take any deals. Probably not tonight, Masa. I'm probably going to be on FF14 all day. I'm just being honest.
Even, I trust. Right then. When you picked up the crystal, you experienced a vision, did you not?
A dragon resembling a great worm. I dare to hope that it was Ashdaya. Even as it pains me to think she's been made to suffer.
For the ambitions of this Golbez.
We've been given much to consider. Let us take a moment to review what we know.
I'm not standing on ground right now. In light of our recent experiences, I expect we all have questions. I trust you can answer some of them. We shall be owed as that much, I dare say. Groping in the darkness. Give me 1 second, by the way. Let's see. They seem to stay dead at the time. Yes. Oh wait, I don't need to continue this anymore. There must be ones, the reason why the ones you defeated did not return. In contravention of the natural order. Remember aught out of ordinary stealing magic like Zero perhaps? No, not really. There are circumstances in which they are unable to return. If you like, I can tell you about this. Please do. The more you devour, the more powerful you grow, but in the process, your essence is blended with those of your prey. If you were to lose your flesh, the souls you had come to harbor may break free and coalesce into distant void scent once more. Before you yourself return, your own soul might be devoured by your enemies or heroized prey, a fate much likely for stronger beings who require more time to regenerate. However, even so, you survive the process, it's highly uncommon to return as you were. Yet, despite his great strength, Scalamon managed to resurrect rather swiftly. Are there others capable of the same? Not that I'm aware of. His attachment to his flesh must have been unique for him to develop such an ability. I believe we understand the fundamentals of birth now. If I may, I would ask you about your power. Tell us about it. What you saw should speak of itself. I combined the Aether Soul and Crystal. Many wielded this power during the Contra Memoria, but I am the only one left. I'm told the heroes of the 13 once sealed gods in stone called Orisite. Are they and the Memoria one of the same? Kind of reminds me of Magicite in FF6. Orisite. I do not know the word, but the world is vast. Perhaps Memoria had different names elsewhere, but it does sound quite similar. How does one come to wield Memoria, and what happens to your peers? I never thought about it. I do know, though, that the Foresight cannot use the power. I assume I can because I'm mortal in part. I see. Zero, I wish to ask you about a man called Golbez. He may have my sister in his clutches. Is there aught you can tell us of him? His name sounds familiar, or vaguely familiar, though I cannot say how I know it. If he's powerful, however, someone in the castle may have heard of him. Then we must try talking to the other void sent again. Let us entrust the task to Jaz. His echo will help facilitate communication. More importantly, he should be able to maintain his composure better than a concerned sibling. That's I can't not to die. Ha! Forgive me, but I will ask you. Will you not ask about Golbez in my stead on this terrace to begin with, perhaps? Yeah, I got you, fam. Thank you. We shall remain here and discuss what other avenues we might pursue in the meantime. Alright, so which one of you motherfuckers want to talk to me about Golbez? In FF4, Golbez was actually the brother. I guess why without someone to give me... Oh. FF4, Golbez was the brother. At the end, you find out near the end that Golbez was the brother of the main character, Cecil Harvey. Turns out they're both beings, moon people called Lunarians. And Golbez isn't actually evil. He was being controlled by a dark force. Shit. Who was Golbez being controlled by at the end? You get an 11th hour villain. Zemus. That was the real villain. Zemus was a real villain of FF4. So yeah, it turned out that the real villain of FF4 was Zemus. He's a Lunarian who wanted his brethren to come and populate Earth, and he had powerful mind control powers. But the reason that but the other Lunarians were like, dude, we're not gonna just invade another planet. But look how cool it is. We're not invading. Stop it. But come on, though. Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way. My bad. Apparently there was unused dialogue. It says, you were entering into my realm, the Zemus zone. No one can ever escape from my minions' perish and darts. I can see why they removed that. That would have been really silly. Did I just spoil something major for FF? Nah, probably not. It will be quite interesting to see who Zero really is, and I want to see what Golbez's real reasons for doing what he's doing is. Yeah, I went the wrong way. My bad. All right. Any of you guys want to talk? So someone has been eating one. If no one wants it, then perhaps... Golbez, I know of him. Only a fool without ears wouldn't. His archfiends lead armies to ravage and conquer. They devour those they deem useless, those who cannot fight. If you don't want to be eaten, then you better flee, though soon there will be nowhere to run. If the one who devoured her dies, perhaps the mistress will return, and I may bask in her grace again. Golbez, you say. My mistress spoke of him. He commands the archfiends. They are very powerful and conquer many domains. The mistress bade us to defend the castle from them. Yes, yes, she did. I want to know what Golbez's true final means are. Sure, I'm glad that my little warding scale works on my mounts. The tasty ones returns to attempt me. I mustn't eat you. I mustn't eat you. You're free to try. I won't stop you. Golbez, I know of him. Those who I've eaten. He has minions, and those minions have minions. No one ever sees him. Dude's got a massive army. Got it. That seemed wholly unnecessary. Welcome back, Jose. Were you able to learn aught of value? So countless voices answered the Archfiend, who in turn answered Golbez, as your vision did suggest. Scholar Manje's aggression is also consistent with the claims that the Archfiends conquered other domains. The question is, how do we reach Golbez if he surrounds himself with armies and minions? We can target other Archfiends, perhaps those who have fled his service. Either may yet yield useful information. That said, we cannot do much while we're stuck on this isle. Zero, ask a favor of you. I've deserted to consider her as Daja. If there is even a faint possibility that Golbez has her, then I must find her. To that end, I want you to lend us your strength and knowledge. Will you accompany us on our quest? Forgotten the way of the world already? If you want help, offer payment. None here will aid you out of kindness of their hearts. Any who claim otherwise are liars and betrayers. Or is there less of a request and more of a threat? If I refuse, will you force me to serve? What? No. Surely you must desire something. Name it. I'm not going to force you to come with us. I'm just asking, please. I had no purpose. Why would I desire anything? That's why I didn't bother to resist when the ones who here fell upon me. What matters is a world that's already dead. By that logic, you have no reason to refuse our request. The payment needed, but be your own satisfaction. Correct? Do I already say as much as from the start? Very well, Zero. I propose you travel with us, and whether you perform a deed that requires payment, we should provide it with Aether. That's all you have to say. Everything else is superfluous. Fair point. Where to now? Other place that the Archfiends may strike next, or where refugees and deserters may find sanctuary. Under the ladder. I'll take you there. I assume you also know how we can get off this isle. I was brought here on a mount. We can leave the same way. Now that you mention it, I didn't notice some flying creatures near the terrace. Given our numbers, we need a large one, but regardless of the size, all can be won with Aether. Excellent. Let's find us our mount to race with. Our mount at once. What the fuck did I just say? I need to stop clicking so fast. Not good. Lord Golbez must hear of this. Fucking snitch. Actual fucking snitch. Why is it turning me this way? That being said, I will be right back.